Hi, Verbling. Today we're going to be reading a story and talking a little bit about our favorite foods. I'm going to wait a couple minutes to start so we have enough students in class. In the meantime, I'll introduce myself. My name is Michaela, and I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. Hi, Jocelyn. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine. And you?
Good. How's the weather today in France?
The weather is beautiful, but there is windy.
Windy? Is it hot?
Yes, no, little. 21 degrees.
Oh, okay. So warm, but not too hot.
No.
Yeah. Here it's actually a little stormy today. We have clouds and wind, but it's
Okay.
hot. Today we're talking about foods. What's your favorite food? What's your favorite food, Jocelyn?
I am vegetarian.
Really?
Yes.
Do you eat
Yes.
fish or no meat?
I eat fish.
That's good. Healthy. So what's your favorite food?
Favorite food. I like pasta. Pasta. I like mixture salad. Salad
Mhm.
with vegetable, for
Mhm.
example. At midday, I add salad with vegetable. Mm. I like dessert.
Me too. I think my favorite foods are dessert foods. Sweets, chocolate, definitely. Okay. We'll start, even though it's just us two. Um, do you have the page open for today?
Yes.
Okay. So we're talking about rice. Do you eat a lot of rice?
Do you?
Do you eat a lot of rice? I'm going to put it in the chat box for you.
Ah, yes, yes.
Yeah?
Yes. I like the rice because, for example, this midday I ate an rice.
Excellent. And how do you eat rice? With vegetables, with fish, or plain?
Vegetable.
What kind of
Vegetable.
rice?
Tomato,
Hmm.
peppers, rice, surimi. In France, surimi.
I'm not sure I know that word. Oh, crab?
Yes.
Oh, yum. Very good.
Uh, corn.
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 I love corn. So that was a delicious lunch.
Uh, I I eat that. Uh, uh, it's principal meat.
Mm-hmm. Very healthy. Hello, Luis. How are you?
Hi, teacher. I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
And what's your favorite food?
All kind of pasta.
Yeah, pasta's delicious. Where are you from, Luis?
I'm from Brazil.
Where?
I'm from Brazil.
Oh, cool. What part of Brazil?
I live in a small city called Tapetininga in São Paulo State.
Ah, okay. Well, welcome to class. Have you been with Verbling a long time?
This is my first time.
Welcome. I hope you enjoy
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
Okay, so today, Luis, we're talking about rice. And Jocelyn said she had rice for lunch. When's the last time you had rice?
I eat rice every day at lunch.
With beans?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Do you have the notes open for today?
Okay.
We are reading an article about rice, and I'll put it in the chat box just in case. So it's called Feeding the World: Why We Need Rice. Everybody have it open?
Yes?
Okay. So the first thing on the page is a picture of rice, and below that there's a section where you can play the article we're about to read. So we're not going to play it in class, but after class, if you want to hear the article read out loud, you can use that. So go down under instructions. I'm going to read the first paragraph, and then I'll ask you to read the following paragraphs. So rice is a low fat and high in energy, and you can mix it with just about anything to make a wide variety of tasty, nutritious dishes. Ask anyone from any country in the world to tell you their favorite rice recipe, and you'll get a wide selection ranging from sushi in Japan to risotto in northern Italy. All right. So, Jocelyn, will you read the next paragraph for us?
Yes. Rice is closely connected to the culture of many societies. Hindu and Buddhist religions use rice as a religious offering. Burmese folklore uses rice as a central part of their creation story. The gods gave the first people of Burma rice seeds and directly them to Burma, where the rice would grow well. A Chinese proverb says that the precious things are not pearls and jade, but the fragrance of which rice is the finest. Chinese myths tell how, after several floods, there was nothing to eat and the people were starving. One day they saw a dog coming across the fields and hanging onto the dog's tail were bunches of long yellow seeds. The seeds grew into rice and the people survived.
Survived. Excellent.
Survived.
Thank you, Jocelyn. We got a new student. Hi, Russell. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Good to have you back in class.
Thank
Do
you.
you have a favorite rice dish, Russell?
Yes.
What is it?
Um, rice with kitchen and with some vegetable.
Excellent.
Yes.
Do you eat rice frequently?
Uh, yes, sometimes every day, sometimes between 2 days. Yeah.
Okay, so very frequently. And one more new student, Akshin. Hello, Akshin. Can you hear me?
Yeah, teacher. Hi. How are you?
Hi. Good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
And do you eat rice frequently?
Can you ask again, please?
Do you eat rice frequently?
No. Why are you asking?
Because today we're talking about food and specifically we're reading an article on rice.
And I don't eat rice often.
Where are you from?
I'm from Azerbaijan.
From where?
Azerbaijan.
Oh.
Azerbaijan.
Well, welcome to class.
Thanks.
Do you have the notes open, the article we're reading?
Yeah, I opened it.
Okay, perfect. So Jocelyn just read the second paragraph for us, and I'm going to ask Luis to read the third paragraph. Will you read for us, Luis?
Okay. The origins of rice are uncertain because rice has been grown for so many thousands of years. In several Asian languages, the words for food and rice or for rice and agriculture are the same. One of the facts that points to Asia as the origins of rice. It is certain, however, that rice cultivation is one of the most important developments in history, for rice has fed more people over a longer period of time than any other crop.
Okay, thank you. Any vocabulary questions so far?
No.
No questions? Okay.
No.
Then, Russell, will you read the next paragraph?
Okay. The demand for rice is growing steadily, with consumption stretching beyond the traditional rice growing area in Asia. You can find rice field in Europe, Latin America, and Australia. However, Asia is still the biggest rice producer, according for 90% of the world's production and consumption of rice.
Excellent, thank you. I have a couple vocabulary questions for you guys. The first sentence, we have the word steadily. Does anyone, can anyone define that word for us? Steadily? Or tell me what part of speech. Is it a noun? Is it an adjective? Is it an adverb?
Adverb?
It is an adverb. You can tell by that ly at the end.
Yes.
And does anybody understand and can tell us what it means?
Yes.
What?
What the people eat.
Mm-hmm. So it's growing steadily. So it's growing. How is it growing? Is it growing quickly, slowly? Is it consistent, inconsistent?
It's growing consistently.
Consistently, yeah. It's stable and it's balanced. So
Yeah.
steadily means like a stable and balanced growth. Okay. Do you guys have any other questions from that paragraph on vocabulary?
What's the meaning of demand?
Does anyone want to help her with that word? The word demand?
Demand means what you need. So what you want, what you need is a demand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the requirements of a person. So
Yeah.
your body demands food, like rice. Okay. We have a new student, Pawan. Hi, Pawan. Am I saying your name right? Oh, he's gone. Okay. So next paragraph, I'm going to ask Akshin to read. Can you read for us?
Yeah, okay. Rice is a staple food for many countries. In parts of Africa and Asia, many poorer urban families get over half their daily calories from rice. As the world population increases, can rice keep up? To meet growing demands, rice production has to be raised by at least 70% over the next 3 decades. The area devoted to rice cultivation cannot grow. So much international research is being done to find ways to growing rice on less land.
Thank you. In the first sentence, we have the word staple, which has two different meanings. Does anyone know what staple means in this sentence?
Principal? No?
Yeah, similar to principal. So it's used in a high quantity. Does anyone want to add to that definition?
Uh, Important.
Important. It's definitely important because it's one of their primary sources.
Yeah.
And then, does anyone know the other meaning for the word staple?
Major?
What?
Major?
Yeah, major is the same word. In this sentence, it means major. So that's correct for this sentence. But there's another kind of common use for staple, and it's a noun. So,
Yeah.
Main food?
Staple. Yeah. So we use um, for the papers.
yeah, exactly. It's like a little piece of metal that you put in papers, and I'm going to show you guys a picture of it so that we're all clear. Because sometimes staple means how we described, and other times it means this noun. I'm going to screen share with you guys so you can see it. Okay, do you see this here? Do you guys see the image?
Yeah, we see it.
Okay, so that's the other meaning for staple. We've got two major meanings there. All right. Any other vocabulary questions from that section? There are a couple interesting vocabulary words. No questions so far?
No, thank you.
Okay. So then, next paragraph, I'm going to ask. Oh, Pawan, are you here? You might have to unmute yourself, Pawan. So you have to click the red microphone button on the top right of the screen, above the chat box. And if you need any help, message me in the chat box and I'll help you. Oh. I can't hear you, Pawan, so you might try changing your settings, which is near the microphone button. It's like a little circle cog button. Let us know if that works. Okay, so Pawan, while you're doing that, we're going to read the next paragraph, and I'm going to ask, I think we're back to Celine. Will you read for us? Will you read the next paragraph, Jocelyn?
Yes.
Thank you.
Rice needs a good water supply to grow. Water is wasted daily all over the world, and estimated suggest that most Asian countries will have severe water problems by 2025. It takes 5,000 liters of water to grow a kilo of rice, yet many rice growing areas in Asia and Africa are drought-prone. Scientists need to develop varieties of rice that can withstand sudden events and compete with with.
Okay, thank you. How about the word sudden? What does sudden mean? It's in the last sentence, rice that can withstand sudden heavy rains. Does anyone want to volunteer a definition?
So yeah, I think here it means that um, uh,
Abrupt.
to stay normally.
Abrupt. So abrupt is a good synonym for the word. All right. We've only got one more paragraph left, and I'm going to ask Luis to read.
Okay. Worryingly, rice production is affected by global climate changes. Global warming is caused by toxic gas emissions in developed countries. The rise in global temperature cuts rice growing time, and the ultraviolet light radiation from the sun reduces tolerance to disease. Methane gas, one of the causes of global warming, is ironically a byproduct of wet lowland rice cultivation. Methane production bacteria thrive in wet rice fields, and plants themselves send the gas into the atmosphere. Water management could reduce methane emissions, but practical methods that do not reduce rice yields still have to be found.
Awesome, thank you. I think this paragraph has the best vocabulary in it. What are gas emissions? That's an important phrase for this paragraph. When we talk about toxic gas emissions, what are we talking about?
Pollution.
Pollution, yeah, any kind of pollution, anything that's bad for the environment. And how about tolerance? Tolerance to disease. What does tolerance mean?
To be patient.
Yeah, patient, accepting, open.
Put up with.
What?
Put up with.
Oh yeah, to put up with, exactly. Yeah, perfect. How about thrive? In the second to last sentence, it says the bacteria thrive in wet rice fields. What does thrive mean? Thrive. Thrive. So is it good for the bacteria or bad for the bacteria if they thrive?
Bacteria.
Good for the bacteria.
It's good for the bacteria, bad for the rice. So thrive, what is it? What's a synonym to thrive?
Transform.
Kind of
No.
transform. It's a type of transformation. It's similar to growing. If something grows very well, it's thriving. So a synonym would be grow, and it means if something is very successful in growing, it's thriving, it's doing very well. So the bacteria is thriving, and the rice is not. Okay, one more vocabulary word, and then we'll go on to our exercise. What about rice yields? It's in the very last sentence at the end, and it says rice yields still have to be found. Is yield in that used that way? Is it a noun, a verb, an adjective?
It's a noun here.
It's a noun, exactly. So rice yields still have to be found. What is a yield?
So yield means what you earn. So here also resource of the rice, I think.
Yeah, so that's true. Anyone want to add to that definition? A yield.
Profit.
What?
Yeah, profitable.
A product? Is that what you said?
Profit.
Oh, profit. Yeah, kind of like a profit. It's what's produced. So that can lead to a profit. Profit is usually financial, so it's usually talking about money. But a product can lead to a profit. So a yield is all of the rice they produced in that season. Okay, any other vocabulary questions from the reading?
No.
Excellent. So you see below our reading, there's an activity for us, and there's some questions about the article we read. Press start. There's like a little menu, and you press start. And question number 1, I'm going to ask Russell to read.
Discussion, you mean?
Will you read the question and the answers?
No, I mean discussion.
Discussion?
What do you think of this article?
We will do discussion, but first I would like to answer these questions, and then we'll talk about rice and the environment. So we'll
Okay.
discuss, but first we'll do these.
Start. Okay, I will start. Rice is produced. B only in the Asia and Africa.
All right. Does anyone agree with her or disagree with her? Is it produced in Africa and Asia, or is it all over the world, or only in China and Japan?
All over the world.
All over the world.
It's probably all over the world, although there is a lot of rice in Asia and Africa. Many countries in Europe and in the Americas use plenty of rice. So the probable answer is A.
A. Okay.
A. Okay. Good job, guys. Question number 2. Can I have Akshin read that question for us?
Okay. In Chinese mythology, people were saved from starvation by a dog carrying rice in its mouth, a dog carrying rice sits on its tail, a dog carrying rice on its tail. I think I wasn't here when you were reading this paragraph, but I will try to find.
Oh, you might not have been here. Does anyone want to?
Maybe B.
B.
I think it is B, yeah. He was carrying long yellow rice seeds on his tail. Perfect. Good job. Next question. Pawan, are you still having mic trouble?
Can you hear me now?
I can. Awesome. Welcome to class.
Thank you.
did you get to hear the reading with us?
Yes, I'm hearing you, but sometimes I can't understand
Okay.
because I didn't join you from start.
Okay. So we have a couple more questions to get through, and then we'll do some conversation, and the conversation will be easy for you. So we'll finish these questions quickly, and then you'll be able to participate a little more.
Okay.
Okay. Jocelyn, will you do the next question? Question number 3.
According to a Chinese saying, rice is A. More important than other grains, but less important than pearls and jet. B. Less important than other grains, but more important than pearls and jet. C. More important than other grains and more important than pearls and jet. I think C.
Excellent. Yeah. They said that the grains are more important than jade and pearl, and that of all the grains, rice is the most important. Excellent. Question number 4. Luis, will you do one for us?
Okay. 90% of rice is, letter A, eaten in Asia, letter B, eaten and produced in Asia, letter C, produced in Asia. I think letter B is correct.
What?
I think letter B, eaten and produced in Asia, is the correct choice.
What do you guys think? Do you agree or disagree?
No, I think
I agree. I'm agree.
I agree.
Everybody agrees?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent job.
okay.
Good. Well done, guys. Question number 5. Russell, have you gotten a question yet? Will you do question number 5 for us?
Okay. Rice production must increase by 70% in the next 3 years, in the next 30 years, in the next 300 years. I think number B.
Okay,
in
letter
the
B.
sorry, A. In the next 3 years.
No, I think you were correct the first time. I think B is the best answer. Because in the article it says over 70, at least 70% over the next 3 decades. And decade is how many years? How many years
30
is in a
years.
decade?
10 years.
30 years.
So we're saying 3 decades makes 30 years. So how many years are in one decade?
10 years. In 1 decade or in 3 decades?
Exactly. So 10 years per decade, 3 decades, 30 years. Ooh. Ahmed, hello.
How are you?
Good. I think we're getting some echo from your audio. You might have 2 Verbling pages open. Would you mind closing one?
What?
If you have 2 Verbling pages open, it
Yeah.
creates an echo. So close the main page and keep this page open.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Question number 6. I'm going to ask Akshin to read that one.
A byproduct of rice production is methane, which has no, helps global warming to increase. B.
Yeah, exactly. It makes global warming worse. Perfect answer. Okay, last question. I think this one goes to Jocelyn.
Global warming means changes in the Earth's temperature region. A. Increase the amount of time rice can grow. B. Decrease the amount of time rice can grow. C. Has no effect on the amount of time rice can grow.
Okay, and what do you think?
B.
Decreases the amount of time rice can grow. Perfect. That's true. They say that it cuts rice growing time. So it decreases the rice growing time. Excellent job, guys. I think that was the last question. So we are done with those for now, and we're going to get into a little conversation. First, I'd like to give the students who haven't been able to talk the opportunity to introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about their habits. So, Pawan, would you like to tell us about your country and if you eat rice?
Okay. As you know, my name is Pawan. I live in Pakistan. I'm 24 years old and I'm a student. I'm getting a study about the web designing, and also these days I'm getting a study about the English language. It's a short course, consists of 2 months. And yes, I eat the rice, and in my country we use and we eat rice mostly.
Wow, so you eat rice very frequently.
Yes.
Does rice grow in Pakistan?
Yes, I think this is a third or fifth largest country who produced rice.
Wow. So you'll be largely affected by rice growth.
Yeah,
Awesome. Thank you for telling us about yourself.
thank you.
Ahmed, would you like to introduce yourself a little and tell us if you eat rice? Are you there, Ahmed?
Yes, I'm here. Please,
Okay.
repeat again.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, you were muted. So can you give us your answer to whether you eat rice?
Yes, I like rice in Egypt. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and
Do you eat rice frequently?
what?
Do you eat rice every day or every week?
No, 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 no. Two days in week.
Mm.
In the week. Understand? Because I like rice because enjoy to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you grow rice?
I like rice because it's health food. You understand? And the benefit sports or athletics. Understand? I think rice is very good all people and all over the world. Okay.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so now we're going to have a little conversation, and I'm going to give each of you a chance to give your opinion on the article. So, the article was talking about how rice is healthy and very important to many nations, and how the growth of rice is being affected by global warming. So, I'd like to know from each of you how you think the future will go. Will we stop global warming, or will rice be destroyed by global warming? And I'd also like to hear about your native cuisine. So maybe tell me a little bit about the types of foods you eat in your country. I'm going to start on the right with Russell. So Russell, can you tell us about the type of food you eat usually, and also tell us what you think about global warming.
You mean the main meal of
What?
food?
Yeah, the main type of food or common dishes you eat.
Um, Actually, in always we eat the rice in the lunch, and sometimes we make it alone with anything, with just a salt and oil, and sometimes we put it with the vegetable and some spices and and with meat. I mean kitchen or beef. Yeah, and sometimes we make with we put tomato salt soup. Yeah, with it, so it makes the rice. Uh, sorry. Yeah, and when it's uh, put when we put the tomato soup with the rice, it give it a red color. All this type is perfect for us because we very love it. Yeah, and sometimes we usually make um wait I mean uh, uh like soup with another dish with rice alone and another dish. I mean soup with tomatoes and some vegetable like soup, and
Mhm.
we'll yeah and eat alone. Okay.
And do
Yeah,
you eat
but
meat?
what?
Do you eat meat?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
kind of
but
meat?
with the actually we use all the all the type of meats. I mean kitchen, beef, lamb, yeah, all this. But this is depend on the cook. If you are good cook, perfect, you will make a perfect meal. I mean, it is depend on the person who cook the food.
Mhm.
Yeah, sometimes it is be delicious, and sometimes no, without without that. Yeah, it is depend. Yeah, but do you know the rice? I think it has many carbohydrate, so
Mhm.
I know it is important to us to eat because we give us the energy, good energy. But if you eat too much, you will be fat, and
Yeah.
this is not good. And this is negatively affect to us. Yeah. Yeah, so we don't make too much, just uh, um, a few spoons for everybody, because this is you will be fat and every day you eat. This is not good. Yeah, but I love the rice.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Pawan, will you tell us a little bit about the common foods where you live?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh, I'm a Sindhi person, so we have a different food. We eat the koki chai. Koki is a kind of bread, and chai means tea. And we
Yum.
use biryani. If you allow me, I can send you the picture of biryani. It's
Yeah,
a
please.
okay. Just a minute. It is a very famous thing in whole world. Okay, just a minute. I'm sending you here in chat.
Okay.
Okay, and we use the chicken. We use the meat of goat. We use the meat of fish, and we eat vegetables. Usually, Pakistani people use the potatoes mostly, and we also use lots of vegetables and meats.
Yum, this food looks
And
delicious.
yeah, and one thing more, Pakistani people are fond of the sweets. We have
Really?
lots of kind of, yes, we have lots of kind of sweets,
Like what?
like halwa, sweets, gulab jamun, and rasgulla, and barfi, and lots of sweets which I can't remember now.
Do you have any sweets that are also with rice?
Yes, we make rice in sweet, and that is called the zarda. These are sweet rice.
Yum.
We
How do
Yeah,
you make it?
I don't know. I just know the how to eat it.
All right, that's all you need to know.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Luis, will you tell us about the common foods where you live? Are you there, Luis?
I think he's went to buy that.
Yeah, he went to eat some rice, some sweet rice. He got so hungry after your description. All right, Luis, I can't hear you, so if you're there, let me know in the chat box. Ahmed, would you like to tell us common foods in your country? I think you'll have to unmute yourself. So the red microphone button. I can't hear you, Ahmed. Dang it. We're losing students all over the place. Okay. Well, I'll tell you guys a little bit about food in the US. And it's a question I get a lot because there are a lot of movies and people think that Americans eat this and that. And I think it's a funny thing. It's kind of confusing, but I do not eat bacon and eggs every morning. And I also do not eat hamburgers, usually. Sometimes, but not usually. I think in the US, there's a lot of diversity because there's many people from around the world. So I go out to eat sometimes, and I frequently have Thai food, Chinese food, and Mexican food. And there's a big mix of cultures in the US. So there's a lot of different kinds of food. So I don't usually eat hamburgers. But I think it's funny that a lot of people see movies and they think that Americans eat hamburgers every day. But we would be even more fat if we did that.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because this is not good, the fast food.
no. I mean, the US is already fat enough without eating hamburgers every day. Um, what do you guys eat for breakfast? Because in the US, I think it's most common to eat cereal for breakfast, but I know it varies a lot in different parts. So, Russell, what do you eat for breakfast?
Um, Sometimes I eat the cheese with the onion, but this is depend on the type of cheese. Yeah, because some of them sweetie,
Mm-hmm.
some of cheese type, and sometimes I eat. I love egg. I very love egg. So I sometimes I make it with tomatoes. I sometimes I put the basturma. Do you know basturma?
Mm-mm. Is it
Oh,
sweet
uh,
or salty?
no, this is basturma with the egg. I mean, basturma. This is meat. Okay, meat. Small pieces of meat. Okay, and put it with a little garlic. and some spices special for this kind of food, pastoma, and make it put it when you want to make a pizza, put the flour and oil
Yum.
and well, yeah. I mean, like uh, like pizza, okay? And
Mhm.
finally, you cut it in pieces. This small meat, cut it in pieces and fry it with the egg. This is very very delicious. You can buy it uh, from any supermarket. I think. Actually, I live here in United States, but
Really?
yeah, I'm from Iraq, but I came with my husband because my husband he study here, so I make here the actually here I do many type of of food
Do you find it
because I
easy
love.
to cook your native food even in the US, or is
Mm,
it difficult to get ingredients?
actually, I I like to spice Iraqi spice.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, because Iraqi spice contain a special flavored. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it is different from Chinese spicy or Indian spice. This is different, contain a special flavor. So I very like to to my but actually most of ingredient here I can't find here in United States. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm cook. I love cook. Yeah, in my apartment, and but and I make sometimes omelette in the
Mhm.
breakfast.
Yum.
Yeah,
That's a
with
big
cheddar
breakfast.
and yeah, with cheddar and kind of cheese here I found in United States. It is delicious actually,
So you have a
according to
mix of
that.
cultures in your house.
Yeah, I have many things here in my apartment.
Beautiful.
Yeah, actually,
Luis,
I don't.
oh, sorry. I just want to see if Luis is here. Are you here, Luis? No. Okay, continue, Russell. Sorry, I wanted to see if he was going to participate with us, but I don't think he will.
Oh yeah, I think he's mute.
You think he's muted? Luis, if
He
you're
is, yeah,
muted, you can
Luis.
unmute yourself, Luis. We can't hear you. There's a red microphone button in the top right-hand corner of your screen, and it's above the Verbling chat box. And if you need help, let me know in the chat box. Send me a message. Okay. What do you think about global warming, Russell?
Sorry, what's this?
Global warming. We discussed how rice is changing because of pollution and gas emissions.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And what do you think about that? What do you think will happen?
About about the weather and how rice
How do you
deal
think it
with
will
the
be
weather.
affected?
Um, Actually, I don't have many information about it, but actually in Iraq, we we plant the rice, special rice. It's very delicious called ambar.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, in the south of Iraq. Yeah,
Is it different than
but
normal rice?
yeah, yeah, it is different. No, it is the same shape, but I mean the taste because you know there is I think many kind of rice.
Hmm.
Yeah, but not all the type is delicious. I love actually basmati. Do you know basmati?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, it is delicious. And
Yeah, very
ambar,
good.
this is in Iraq. I think basmati in India or in Chinese. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know, but I see the advertisement in the TV when I
Mhm.
was in Iraq. When yeah, when I was in Iraq, yeah. I think it's India. I don't know. The basmati, but the ambar no, it is delicious. Um, and uh, I don't know what is about the weather, and I don't know effect with what the weather.
That's okay. If you look in my history, I've done a few classes on global warming and gas emissions. So you can look there if you want any more information. But I'm going to draw this class to a close because I have another class coming up in a couple minutes. But I want to let you know that if you need anything from me or you have any questions while I'm not teaching, you can contact me. Oh, wait, you already have my Facebook, don't you?
Okay,
You already have my Facebook, right?
okay,
Okay. And if you have any ideas for future classes, something that you want to learn about, then you can let me know that too. And I can make a class based on something you request. So thank you very much for joining class. Any last questions or comments?
now thank you.
All right. Thank you, and I'll maybe see you in another class soon.
Thank you, bye bye.
Bye.